In this video, we're going to go over some systems of linear equation application problems, and we're going to be using our calculator and the rref command to solve these once we have them set up. We have to be able to set them up, but once we set them up, it's calculator work. So example 2, and I don't know about you, but example 2 looks like a really, really great test problem. It wants us to find the function y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, whose graph contains these 3 points. So if I take these 3 points, we've got 1, 2, -2, -7, and 2, -3. Let's plug this in to this equation here. And what am I plugging in? Well, ordered pairs are always in the form of x comma y. So for this first point where I see these two x's, I'm going to plug in a 1. And where I see a y, I'm going to plug in a 2. So for the point 1, 2, this equation will read 2 equals, you've got a times x squared, my x is 1. So 1 squared is 1. So this is 1a, plus b times x, again, my x is 1. So b times 1 is 1b. And then plus c, there's nothing to plug in there, so it will just stay as c, which is the same as 1c. If you want to make this 2 equals a plus b plus c, that would be the exact same thing, but I'm going to do 1a plus 1b plus 1c for a visual effects. Move on to the second point. I have y, which is -7, equals a times x squared. When you're plugging in this -2, this is a times -2 in parentheses squared, which is going to give me a +4. So this is 4a. If you don't have these parentheses, it makes a difference. You've got to make sure when you're substituting in, you're always substituting in with parentheses. Okay, then plus b times x. My x is -2. So b times -2 is a -2b. And then again, we have nothing to plug in for here. So that plus c carries down. I'm going to make that again a plus 1c. And then my last point. Y equals, my y here is -3. 2. A times 2 squared is 4a. B times x, b times 2 is plus 2b. And then we have nothing to plug in with that term there, so it just stays plus c or plus 1c. This is probably the hardest part here. If you do not understand, either come and ask me or rewind this video and watch it again. Now I have my 3 systems of equations with 3 variables. Instead of x, y, and z, we have a, b, c. So write your augmented matrix for this system. Be careful that when you write your augmented matrix, your equal sign and what's on the other side of your equal sign always goes to the right. Mine is over here to the left. So I'm going to put equals 2, equals -7, and equals -3. And I'm entering this portion right here. So my A column is 1, 4, 4. We have 1, -2, 2 for my B column. My C column is 1s all the way down. My equals, and then 2, -7, -3. So now let's go in here and use our rref command. We know because we're using RREF that it's going to be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. We just need to figure out what's on the other side of that bar, that equal sign. So from the previous video, we are using these steps right here. So I'm going to go second matrix. I'm going to edit my first matrix here. And I have a 3 by 4, 3 rows by 4 columns. So I've got 1, 1, 1, 2, enter it in. Before you get out of it, check it. I've got 2, -7, -3, 1, 1, 1. I have 1, -2, 2, 1, 4, 4. Don't miss this problem because you didn't enter it in your calculator right. Okay, so now let's quit. If you haven't already done this, you need to follow these directions right here. I've already done this once in my calculator and recently, so I know that I can go up and just grab an RREF matrix A and I'm good. So we get -2, 1, and 3. So this tells me here that A equals -2, because you have, this is my, instead of X, Y, and Z, this is my A, B, and C column. So I have 1A, no B or C. Here I have no A or C, but I have 1B. And here I have no A or B, but I have C. So answer the question that they gave you. We need to find the function. This isn't finding the function. So now I need to take my A, B, and C and plug it in here. So my final answer is Y equals, my A is -2. So I've got -2 x squared plus BX. My B is 1, so either plus 1x or just plus x, and then plus C, which is 3. So this is my function. Again, make sure you know how to do this problem because this looks really nice on a test. Okay, example 3. And I'm going to ask you to pause this video and read the example because I really don't want to read it all. So pause the video and then hit play when you are ready to solve. All right, so I'm not even going to set up an equation. I'm just going to go straight into my matrix here. With my matrix, I'm going to have equations here that represent the amount of protein we need, the amount of carbs we need, and then the amount of calcium we need. My columns here are going to represent the ingredients of the meal that we're eating. So we are going to be having some pork chops, some corn on the cob, and some 2% milk. So fill in the information that they give you. It tells you right here that each serving of pork chop has 23 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 10 milligrams of calcium. My corn has 3 grams of protein, 6 carbs, and 10 grams of calcium again. And then my milk has 9 protein, 13 carbs, and 300 calciums. So 9, 13, 300. And I am told up here at the beginning that each meal needs to have 47 grams of protein. I think there's supposed to be a comma right there. 58 grams of carbs and 630 milligrams of calcium. The hardest part here is knowing what to label your equations and what to label your columns. I know that because they're telling me how much each meal should have as far as grams, proteins, and carbs, I need an extra column to represent those there. So now let's put this in our calculator and rref. So I'm going to go to my matrix. I'm going to edit, still a 3x4, and put in our new matrix. And I messed up somewhere because that didn't come out right. Okay, so let's check our columns and me specifically because I got off somewhere on that. So, okay, mine's good. So I'm going to quit. And I'm going to come up here to my last rref. And here's what we got. So I know this portion already, because that's what row reduced echelon form looks like. And then I get a 1, 2, 2. So this is my pork chop row. So this tells me 1 pork chop. This is my cob row. I need 2 cobs. And this is my milk row. I need 2 glasses of milk. And that word problem gets word answers. So the dietitian should provide the patient with 1 pork chop, 2 corn on the cobs, and 2 glasses of milk.